President Trump started his new term with a barrage of executive orders, a record 92 in his first 2 months alone. And a majority mirror ideas in Project 2025. That's the 922-page radical conservative blueprint that Trump repeatedly distanced himself from on the campaign trail.
I have nothing to do with Project 2025.
I've never read it, and I never will.
I've said 100 times, I know nothing about it.
But now,
a number of the policies that he's pushing out at breakneck speed are almost identical to what Project 2025 wanted to impose. Democrats, however, are saying, wait a second, there's too much overlap. This is exactly what we told you was going to happen.
Especially since Trump hired multiple key architects and contributors of Project 2025 to be in his administration. Some of them had even served in his first one.
Plain and simple, this is Project 2025. Project 2025 by another name.
And the project's former director agrees. Paul Dance, who was ousted from the Heritage Foundation during the 2024 campaign, told Politico that Trump's current agenda is beyond his wildest dreams.
Something I really encourage. I don't see a big, it's harder to see a big federal role for this. I think this is more a question of state and local law, is reinvigorating, where possible, Sabbath rest laws. Either no business or all business, not just anti-alcohol. It's a little strange. I think if we trace some of the history there, I think the Catholics might not like what they find. But to be very specific, like it used to be, this was basically the norm. As best I've looked into this some, I'm working on some research on this. Literally dating back to Constantine and his recognition of Christianity in the Roman Empire, that you've had a pretty consistent tradition in Western civilization of taking Sunday off from commerce. This is a tradition that has roots not only in Christianity but in Judaism, and keeping the Sabbath holy, and having a time. Not only it's not merely from rest in the sense of abstinence from work, but it's rest for time with God, time worshiping God. It's rest for time with community, and even in between is time with family.
In Project 2025 handbook from Heritage is stuff around the Sabbath. Mm-hmm. What are some of the ideas that you have there?
Yes. It sounds controversial. Mm-hmm. In many respects, it is a return to something that basically always everyone ever had. Mm-hmm. And it's specifically the idea of encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce. Mm-hmm. On the Sabbath. The proposal that's in our book mm-hmm. is amending the basic federal overtime law, Fair Labor Standards Act, to require that overtime be paid for all work done on the Sabbath. So I don't think Congress has the authority to mandate like a national closing on the Sabbath. That was always a state decision mm-hmm. To do that, but. Let me add, it was always a state decision mm-hmm. to do that.
They did it.
and yeah.
So it's clear that states have this power, and it's clear they're facing a novel problem that this power could help address. But when should states use this power to check corporate power? This is where prudential judgment has to come in. I don't have bright line rules to give you here, but I want to lay out some guideposts, some categories of state actions that are likelier to be prudent applications of state power to balance corporate power. Full A rule would be to revive Sunday closing laws. And